Today's episode is brought to you by Ritual. Ritual is out there getting your body feeling so good. Also, today we're brought to you by Calm. It's taking that good body and getting it the rest it needs. That's called synergy, baby. All right. Now let's jump into this podcast. Hello, everybody. It's time for Ghost and Crendor.
Ghost and Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Broadcasting live. In 4-hour recording studio. Recording. Wake your ass up. It's the Crendor in the morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome to an exciting episode of Cox and Crendor in the morning.
Oh, yes.
oh, yes.
Hi.
You turn into like a, I don't know, some kind of mad scientist who's also an animal. Like a very specific type of scientist.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling.
Really, like a scientist turned animal scientist,
It pretty much. I mean,
or animal turned scientist animal.
yeah. I mean, either one is viable.
Right. It's the same thing in the end.
I've just been doing my neck exercise. My neck is like stiff. I don't know if I'm just sleeping bad or what is it.
Well, I mean, you're all muscle now. You are all brute strength and force.
That's true.
You're all like a punching machine. Like if you ever turned to violence, the world would be in for a world of hurt.
That is true.
Yeah, no, that sounds like me.
Oh yeah. No, like, yeah, I think so. I've been doing the thing where you like roll out your back, you know, one of those rollers. So that's felt pretty good. And I've been like massaging up in my suboccipitals.
Yeah, no, me too, all the time. Now imagine, like, for the people who don't know, where is that?
That's the base of your skull, behind your.
Holy shit! Yeah, no, I knew that.
So like you got your neck, right, and if you go up, there's like those two bones at the back of your skull, and it's kind of up in there where your skull connects to your neck in a way. So those get really tight if you have terrible posture, like people that sit at the computer. So probably everybody listening. But other things to make them, like looking at your phone, looking at your Switch, looking at literally anything where your head's just down, and you have like bad posture. So most people have tight suboccipitals.
So you get up in there and you like, oh, gotta get my occipitals oxidated. Oxidated? That's not right.
I mean, technically, I guess it could be because you're kind of breaking up muscle stuff and getting more blood flow. So, I mean, it is oxidating.
Well, my parents are on the Cren train now.
Oh.
We were in a car ride for 6 hours the other day, and my mom and dad had one of those, fister weapons. You know what I mean?
What, fister weapons? What?
You know, the thing that you have that, like, punches you.
Oh, the massage gun?
Yeah, the massage gun.
Fister weapon.
You know, they have one of those now. And even though they said that they saw it on, which, by the way, is the most parents thing in the world, they said they bought it because they saw it on QVC, which is even funnier. I was like, people still watch that?
I talked about this like a year ago. We were watching QVC.
Well, they love it, apparently, and they saw it on there, and now my mom and dad use it all. We were in the car, and the entire time it was like a constant and they would just pass it back and forth to each other, and I was like, that's too much. It's too much.
I'm telling you, it's great on the IT bands, and it's great on the calf muscles.
It made me think about, like, do I want one? Like, they seem to love it. Do I want one? And I'm like, nah. That would just jiggle. I wouldn't get any muscle. I'd just be like, boo. Yeah, it wouldn't help me at all.
Well, did I mention, I think it was like a week and a half ago or something, I like strained my neck, but now it's better. So I was doing.
How'd you strain your? Whoa! How'd you strain your neck?
So I was doing my pull-ups, right? And I thought I warmed up enough, but apparently I didn't. That was my problem. So normally when I do pull-ups, I'll either do like 5, and then I like walk a bit, and then I do 5 more, and then I walk a bit, and I do 5 more. Sometimes I push it for see how many I can do. So I was like, I did 11 pull-ups. And on the 12th pull-up, I was like, I can get one more in there. I went up, and I was kind of like, oh, and I felt something like tweak a bit, and I came down, and I was just like, and I felt it, and it was strained. I was like, yeah, that's not good. So I just did cardio.
Well, that was a great story. Good story about the oomph and the opes and the uts. And, yeah.
But I got up to 12 pull-ups. So, I mean, that's pretty
good.
good.
Yeah.
But
one day you're going to be that guy who's like, I do 800 in one afternoon. I'm never not pulling up. Every day, I'm always pulling. Up, down, left, right. I'm pulling everywhere, bro.
I mean, how many pull-ups is like normal? Hold on.
How many pull-ups is normal?
Yeah.
If you go by the average, I say one. One pull. I would say, based on total population, one pull-up is the average pull-up.
Let's see. How many pull-ups can the average person do? Okay, let's see what this says. This person said, my guess is the vast majority of the population can't do one. So let's round down to 0.
Yeah, if you just average it all down, I'd say 1. Maybe like 0.3. If we just average it all down. Yeah.
It also probably varies because, like, somebody like me, like, I only weigh like 130. So, like, I have less to pull up than somebody that weighs like 200 something. Right?
Right. But in theory, the 200 something would have like the muscle strength in his or her arms to like pull them up. But that's not the case. No, they're like me. It's like, I guess, what about rollovers? I can do like 20 of those. You want like what about like hamburger chomps? I can do a lot of those.
Hold on, here we go. Somebody's got this pull-up percentiles. This one says, if you are... pull-up percentiles are more readily available for youth. According to some website, the 50th percentile for pull-ups for males at age 10 is 1. Number increases to 3 at 13 and 7 at 17. And I guess after that, it's like 8 is the amount you should be able to do.
When I was in high school, we used to do them all the time. I think we had to do, in gym class, we had to do 10. Right?
Yeah.
Like we purposefully, they made us do a mile, and then we had to do push-ups and pull-ups and sit-ups. Mm-hmm. And that was like, all right, I did that. That was fine. Now, mind you, that was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
30 years ago is too long. 20 years ago, yes. So, yeah, I mean, I haven't been like trying to do pull-ups. I don't even have a thing to pull up.
What do you mean you don't have a thing to pull up?
Like
your body.
No, I mean like a bar.
Oh.
And if you're like, well, just put a bar up in your house. If I do that shit, that bar's coming down. If I put all of me on one bar, that bar's coming down. It's over. It's over for that bar. That bar is done.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think I'd trust a pull-up bar in my house.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe at a gym, maybe. But I'd be way too like, nah, these gym guys are going to judge me because I'm over here doing one, like, I got it. Yeah. Yeah. I'd be like in their faces like, yeah. And they'd be like, bro, do you want your pre-workout mix or whatever kind of drug cocktail we got? And I'd be like, give it to me, bro. Yeah.
I feel like most people just don't. It's one of those things where like people feel like they're being judged at the gym, but like 98%
nobody cares,
of the
really.
people don't care. No.
Yeah, they don't care.
They're just doing their own thing.
Unless they're people that go there specifically to like film stuff, in which case they're the weird ones.
Yeah.
Every time I see a person and they're at the gym and they're like filming people at the gym or themselves working out, and I'm just like, yo, you're weird, bro. Like, you're the weird one.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, I go to the gym 5, sometimes 6 times a week, and I don't think I've ever seen that happen. Or I've never seen anybody like stare at someone and be like, dude, well, that guy's fat and he's working out. What a loser. Or like, wow, that person's so skinny they can't even lift weights. What a loser. Right? Like I haven't seen it.
Right. I think that's also because you go to like
I do
a
go
wellness
to like
center.
It's like a more of a wellness center thing where they have a lot of people, or like older people are there, and people at like like me, where you start crippled and then you become fit. So that makes, I guess, if you go to like Planet Fitness or something, you're probably
you
more
go to a
prone
place where the
find
old
those.
men are freely walking around nude in the locker room.
Yeah.
Compared
That is very
to
true.
like a Planet Fitness or a Gold's Gym, or where it's literally dude bros and like dude bro girlfriends all the time, or people looking to become dude bros and or dude bro girlfriends. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it checks out. However, I think those are probably the best way to go too, just because I feel like they're also cleaner.
Oh, agreed. 100%. 100%. A wellness center is like, we have to take care of people that like could die of a cold.
Yeah. So it's, that's what was I talking about? Pull-ups. This
Pull-ups. We got here from
Pull-ups.
pull-ups.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
that's the path we took. Yes.
Anyway, so I was doing pull-ups. So then I had to like slowly work back to just doing my normal thing, like doing my forearms, my arms, my upper body. I do my leg day. Usually I only have like 1 or 2 leg days. I actually enjoy leg day. Some people hate leg day. I'm like, nah, dude, leg day is great.
What do you do for leg day? What is your leg day routine? Is it just you get in that one machine where you push with your legs?
No. I do that machine as well, however, but I mean that's not the only thing I do. That's usually for your upper legs.
Yeah, you got to get that butt looking good, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got to get that
Well, you got your
tush looking very squeezable.
you got your adductors, you got your abductors. So I usually do those machines.
Right. For your ass ductors and your ass ductors, right.
Then I'll do calf raises. Big fan of calf raises. Simple to do.
Huge fan of ass raises, yeah.
Yeah. Then I'll do deadlifts.
I got nothing for deadlifts, but yeah.
Deadlifts are probably my favorite because that works like, oh my God, that's like half your body's getting work from deadlifting. That's pretty. So usually I don't go crazy with like some people like, yo, how much can you deadlift? Like I'm not trying to set a max. I usually just do like 10 reps of a few sets and just usually that's enough to be like, woo. Because usually my knees get sore too, so I can't go crazy with a lot of leg stuff because my knees are just like, and I don't even know why.
Well, you're welcome to getting old timer.
Yeah, so I usually just do that, and then once my knees start being like, ugh, I'm like, all right, I'm done. And then I just do like a little bit of cardio in there, and it out.
That's good. I'm very impressed about your consistency with all of it. I think you're doing very good when it comes to many times a week. I think that's awesome. What is Toast joining you on these adventures, or is she just like, that's not for me?
No, she'll like work out at home if she works out, but it's one of those things where I feel like most people don't go to the gym, or they don't even want to go to the gym because they're like, you get home from work, you're tired, or you got other stuff to do. You're like, I don't got a lot of free time. Like I gotta, whatever. But me, I've become addicted to it just because, like I said, back in 3-4 years ago, I was falling apart. And then you start going to the gym, you get your feel-good chemicals, you start becoming fit, you feel healthier, you get your dopamine, you get like healthy dopamine, unlike when you play League of Legends and you get your unhealthy dopamine. You feel good, it helps your blood pressure, it just helps everything. And so it's just like, why wouldn't I want to go?
I mean, good points all around. I have not.
Yeah.
I haven't done any of that. But good points. Good points all
You
around.
said you were working out for a while.
Yeah, and then I got caught up in some stuff. This happens all the time. All the time. I will start working out. A bunch of things will happen. I'll be like, I'm feeling great right now. And then I will just get caught up in some other stuff. I'll be like, well, all right, I'll do it. I'll work out tomorrow. And then 3 weeks go by. And I'm like, no. It happens all the time. It's we've talked about it on this show a million times. It's my character flaw as a person is I will just put other things before myself. Like, all right, well, I said I'd do this thing, so I got to go do this thing. And I promised I'd be a part of this, so I'm going to go do this. And I said I'd do this. Literally, this past week, this is a great example. This past week, I got invited to film a small thing that I can't necessarily say exactly what it is, but they were like, hey, we would love it if you and your parents filmed a thing with us, and it's going to be great, and we'll pay you like a ludicrous amount of money to do it. And I was like, I'm in, baby. So I talked to my parents. I was like, you guys are going to love this. You're going to get to see what it's like to do what I do frequently. You can come be a part of this, and then you get to actually be on camera with me. And it's sort of like a parents react thing. And it was very fun. And originally it was set up as it's going to be in LA. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll just drive. Like, I don't need a place to stay. I don't need anything. I get on the first conference call to like plan out how this thing's going to be shot. And the first thing I said is like, all right, so we rented a studio in Oakland. And I'm like, Oakland, California? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, what? And so immediately after the call, I'm like sending out emails like, timeout. I thought this was in Los Angeles. And I said I could drive, but like y'all have it 7 hours away now. It's in another city. And they're like, well, what can we do for you? And I was like, I mean, it's too late to do anything now. So get us hotels and I'll just drive with my parents up to San Francisco. And so rather than it be a 1-day thing, it's now a 3-day thing. And I'm going out of my way to try to make this like the best thing possible. And now I have to drive 6 hours up, 6 hours back. So my Wednesday and Friday are now totally gone. Like, great, cool. And so, and I didn't complain, didn't say nothing. Was like, I can make this happen. Thankfully, I have a very good agent who was like, don't worry, bro, I got you. But like, I don't know. It was one of those things where I just was like, I don't want to make a fuss. I'll do it. Like, that's fine. I'll make it happen. It's no big deal. And everyone's like, oh, you're so easy to work with and so pleasant. And I like that vibe. I like the idea that people expect me to be like a good person to work with. However, I'm that way because I sacrifice everything else. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I'll just do it. Don't worry. What do you need from me? Yeah, okay, I'll go. I'll do it. Again, I think this goes back to I'm a much better follower than I am a leader. If I can have someone just be like, Jesse, I'm taking you to the gym, I'd be like, all right, let's go. I wouldn't fight it. I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's go. I don't know. I consistently put other things ahead of myself constantly.
You need me to drag you to the gym constantly.
Yeah, I just need. See, here's the thing. If I lived next to you and you were like, ding dong neighbor, let's go, I'd be like, okay, and I just go because someone would like interrupt my flow. Because I get in like flows of thought and something will happen. I'll just stick with that. Or I will have an idea and I'm like, oh, I need to work on that. And I'll start working on a thing. And a whole day will go by and I'll be like, oh my God, I forgot all these other things I wanted to do. Like, I'm very bad at that. I need a human being in my life who just bosses me around. I'd be a very good minion. Like if you need a toady, if you need someone who's like, yes, master, yes, like I would be that guy for you.
But I feel like even that you'd probably have like some Brian deal thing when you're like, oh, I can't go to the gym today. I got this.
Well, the problem is that I have this like weird lack of motivation thing where I'm like, all right, so today I'm gonna get this thing done in the morning. And I'm going to go work out. And then I'll wake up and be like, oh, what if I like laid in bed for another hour? Yeah, that feels good. And then I'll lay in bed. And then I'll take a shower and be like, oh, I don't have time to work out anymore. I guess I got to go do this thing. And then I'll like rush the rest of my day and be like, you know what? We'll try again tomorrow. It fails every time. Like I know what I need to do. I'm the worst kind of person because I know what I need to do and I simply don't do it.
Well, I think most people know what they need to do. It's like how you need to eat healthy, but you eat McDonald's still. Or you shouldn't smoke, but you smoke anyway. You're like, I shouldn't have another drink. And then you have another drink. Or, I should work out, but I don't work out. Like, most people know what they have to do. The hard part is actually doing it.
Yeah, well, I mean, thanks, Dad. That's every conversation I have with my father, which is like, come on, bro. Every conversation is either, did you work out? You should work out. Are you seeing anyone? You should see someone. How is work? You should be working more. Are you making enough money? You should be making more money. Do you want to buy a home? A home is what you should buy, not rent. Those are every conversation I have with my father. Every single one boils down to those things.
I feel like I'd relate very well with him.
I think so too. Every conversation is that, and it's like, it is any conversation, no matter what it is, eventually becomes that. We could be talking about, when we're driving up to San Francisco, we could be talking about the mountains in the distance, and he'll see the mountain and be like, "Look at that, it's so beautiful." And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I can't really look at it because I'm driving, but like what I see seems nice. He's like, this country of ours, this world is so amazing, so beautiful. And it's just a shame that you're not sharing that with anyone. I'm like, what are you, what?
You could own that mountain if you decide to buy a property.
Yeah, he's like, it's just a shame that you're not spending your life on this beautiful planet with another person. And I'm just like, what do you mean? it'll always steer to something like, buying a house. It's a solid investment. You should be buying property, Jesse, instead of renting. And I'm like, dude, you got to give me a break. Like, I can only do so much, man.
I love the tweet you did where he's just like ranting in that video, like, it's amazing seeing how you work and what you do. And your mom's just like, it was fun.
Oh, my God. The entire trip. Oh, man, you just reminded me. They would let me listen to my music, which is fine. But then every so often they'd be like, turn on the news. So we turn on the news and then hours would go by of just news. But the problem is news on the radio is the exact same news over and over and over again. And so they had no problem with that. Until the very end of the trip, as we're pulling into Los Angeles again, my mom realizes, I think she had an epiphany, or maybe I don't know. She's just like, the news is all the same. And I was like, oh my God, we've just been listening to 2 hours of it. I was going crazy.
It really is, though.
It is. It's because every hour, especially if it's like TV news, every hour is a new host, and all they do is just rehash the same stories, assuming that it's like, well, people only tune into my show. So if you're watching news all day, you're only seeing the same things over and over and over and over again. It sucks.
Yeah, but with different people. Yeah, they do that in sports, too. They're just like, oh, last night LeBron James tried to make a play, but he got hit in the head. What's going on with that? And then they go to the next guy, and they're like, LeBron James got hit in the head. What's going on with that? And it's just, you just keep changing hosts, and you're just like, all right, I get it. I don't care.
It's not entertainment. I don't know what it is, but frankly, I don't like it.
Well, it must work. People keep listening.
Yeah, I guess. I just can't. I imagine because they listen to the one person they like, which is fine.
Yeah.
But it would be like if you went on YouTube to watch someone complain about a movie, and then you just watched 8 other people give the exact same complaint about a movie.
I mean,
you know what? I realized as I was saying it, that's exactly what people do. don't do that. As I was saying it, I realized that's exactly what people do.
Yeah. I think there's just something to like hearing other people's opinions and seeing if they line up with yours, or like seeing how you agree with stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, just confirmation bias.
Yeah.
Just like they agree, so it must be correct.
Yeah, I don't know. It is a little wild when you think about it.
Yeah.
But let me tell you one thing I've been doing.
Okay. So
on my YouTube channel.
Oh no.
I've gotten a little David Lynch-esque. So I was at Trader Joe's, and I saw they had an advent calendar, and it was a sloth advent calendar.
Oh my God, I'm on your channel right now. I hate this.
I was like, dude, I have to do this sloth advent calendar. This is before I even filmed anything. I was like, I just need to get this. And then I had the idea of like, I could just do one of these every day for December. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to do that. So I started doing one a day advent calendar YouTube short style things. And I open the advent chocolate of the day and I eat it and I talk for a bit.
I hate that. Here's the thing. Fantastic idea. I'm going through them all now.
Yeah.
It's all chocolate that in your camera looks roughly the same shape.
I mean, in real life, it also is roughly the same shape.
Yeah, I was expecting to be like, oh, there's weird things in every single one, but it's really just the exact same. Like you open it like, oh, a piece of cake. No, it's all right. Well, it's a little brown chunk of chocolate.
Well, and to add to that, the chocolate tastes like Advent calendar chocolate.
Oh, great.
I don't know the last time you had an Advent calendar, but
I mean, it was a long, long time ago. That's for sure.
Well, I was saying it was like I think I was in grade school, like 6th grade or something. It was a while ago, and eating that chocolate brought me back. It was the exact same taste. It's like the really shitty, plasticky. Like it feels like it's got like gas trapped in it from like the factory, and you're like, it's just.
That's that good gas though.
Yeah, that's the good
that
gas.
factory gas.
And you taste it, and you're like, you know what? This brings me back. But then on day like 3, you're just like, I mean, it's it's Advent calendar chocolate. But then yesterday, I had like a few glasses of wine, and then I had like this like fancy whiskey. And then I was, post after that, and I was just like, oh. But I was like, man, this Advent calendar chocolate hits different after that. So, you're getting all the different blends of Advent calendar. When it's like you have different moods, different experiences every time you open that Advent calendar, and that's what it's all about.
The fact that there's now a category of chocolate called Advent calendar chocolate, it is a thing. It is true. It exists.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. And now, every day, until that calendar's done on Christmas, I'm opening Advent calendar chocolate for the YouTube channel.
I am looking at it right now. And I will say, love the box. Chocolate, not so much. Chocolate just looks like little tiny, just mold it to look like a house. Well, why a house? I don't know. The holidays.
That's pretty
home
much
for
what
the
it
holidays.
Is. But I mean, that's like what every Advent calendar is, unless you spend like a bunch of money or something. I don't know.
I also realized your banner at the top of WoW Crendor.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on in this. Obviously, it's you at a computer. I see that. But from left to right, some type of Sonic the Hedgehog warrior, and then Skittles, obviously.
Yeah.
And then a crocodile man with a crossbow.
Oh yeah.
And then a frog getting a crocodile being launched out of a Blue Man Group cannon. A troll. I don't think you've ever played a troll. I don't know who that is.
I have played a troll. It's my WoW leveling character.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's a troll.
Well, there you go. It's a troll. And then there's an image of you, I think, trying to sit up. I don't know what's going on over there.
Sounds about right.
And then some kind of Kigurumi cosplay thing at the end, and you look very annoyed by it.
Yes. I don't know how old this banner is.
Oh, it's very old. This is like old Dan Tan art style. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is great.
But it's one of those things where I'm like, most people don't even go to the YouTube channel page.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to update it. I don't give a shit.
Well, they should go there right now.
They should go there right now.
They should go there right now and look at this. Because I love that. That's super fun.
And you can also start watching the Advent calendar series. A staple. The best part is that I'm not even hitting YouTube short qualifications because it's supposed to be under a minute, but these are all a little over a minute. But I don't care.
Why are you not? I just realized that. I was about to say it's awesome you're doing YouTube shorts, and I realized they're a minute 51 seconds.
Listen, I'm not gonna cut my video short just to fit it into the YouTube short algorithm. I'm just gonna let it roll however long it needs to roll.
My favorite comment is these videos posting the day after the one in the Advent calendar is such a Crendor thing.
Well, I keep posting them
I didn't even notice.
I keep posting them 2 or 3 a.m. So maybe one day I'll actually post it before that. Maybe today's the day. Who knows? That's the
maybe today's the day.
So yeah, I've been doing that. Actually, hold on. Advent calendar history. When did they start? Advent calendars can be traced back to the 19th century, when families would mark every day in December until Christmas with a chalk line. Originally, the 4-week period known as Advent began as time for converts to Christianity to prepare for baptism. Huh. I didn't know that. German-born Gerhard Lang is considered to be the producer of the first printed advent calendar in the early 1900s. Apparently, with the outbreak of World War II, cardboard became rationed in Germany, and Lang was forced to close down his business in the 30s. What the shit? It was forbidden to produce calendars with pictures at the time. Instead, the Nazis produced their own version of an advent calendar, a pamphlet which included images of swastikas and tanks being blown up. What the shit?
Merry Christmas, everyone!
It's like what you got in this one. Like chocolate? Like, no, war. Oh, okay. I was just hoping for chocolate, but...
Every day is a new bullet!
But after the war, Richard Selmer of Stuttgart created a calendar based on a more traditional winter town scene, and it was called Little Town. There were no tanks being blown up or swastikas. By 1946... He'd taken up commercial production of advent calendars and was producing them in mass. In the 50s, calendars were exported to the U.S. and have become more affordable.
You goofed, because the one you should have got is this $49 Pokemon 2021 holiday advent calendar. Instead of chocolate, each day is a new Pokemon.
What? Wait, like a little plastic one?
Yes, and the best part is the Squirtle looks like he's going to throw down. He looks pissed.
He probably is. He's stuck in an advent calendar for half his life.
The best part, I can't figure out why they chose the Pokemon they chose. They're all over the place. I'm fine with it, though. I like it, but it's a weird pairing.
They probably just picked
They also have a Halloween one.
Oh, yeah, I see that. They probably just picked the one small enough to fit in there.
It's like, yeah, just give me the tiny one.
Yeah.
But there's no Togepi.
Like, I don't see Snorlax here.
You know what? Snorlax, too big. Too big for that.
Too big. So yeah, that's been my advent calendar fun.
Well, speaking of fun, I don't know how I'm gonna get. Vitamins are the funnest. We deserve to know what we're putting in our buddy, and our buddy. We deserve to know what we're putting in our buddy.
I don't want to know.
Our body even, and why, especially when it comes to something we take every single day. That's why Ritual's clean, vegan-friendly multivitamin formula is filled with high-quality nutrients in bioavailable forms your body can actually use, and your buddy too. What you won't find are sugars, GMOs, major allergens, synthetic fillers, and artificial colorants. It has a fresh taste with a delayed release designed capsule for easy tum-tum fun. I'm going to keep bringing it back. It's fun. Being healthy is fun, y'all. I use Ritual every single day. I've been taking them for, at least over a year now. And the difference between a day when I take my vitamins and a day when I'm like traveling or I forget because I'm dumb is tremendous. It reminds me like, oh yeah, Jesse, that you need those nutrients, dude. It is great to be able to see where all the things I'm putting in my body come from. They straight up just have a traceable, visible supply chain. You can see where everything in your vitamin comes from. It contains everything you want, like vitamin D3, right? And it's all in just 2 daily pills. It's available for women, men, teens, if you're older, younger, whatever, they got you covered. Ritual multivitamins are scientifically proven to help support different life stages. Your multivitamins are delivered to your door every month with free shipping always. You can start, snooze, or cancel your subscription at any time. And if you don't love Ritual within your first month, they'll refund your first order. Get key nutrients without all the BS. Ritual is offering you right now 10% off during your first 3 months. So visit ritual.com/Cox. That's RITUAL.com/Cox to get 10% off your first 3 months. Also, today we're brought to you by Calm. Traveling for the first time in a while? New surroundings? Making it hard to sleep? Well, Calm's sleep stories can help with that. If you're needing a break from a tough day, Calm can help with that. If you're worried and stressed, Calm can help with that. We're partnered with Calm, the #1 mental wellness app, to give you the tools to improve the way you feel. Clear your head with guided daily meditations, improve your focus with Calm curated music tracks, and drift off to dreamland with Calm's imaginative sleep stories. I use Calm frequently if I'm having trouble sleeping. It's one of the things I always turn on. It always works. Every single morning, I put in my 10 minutes of just, oh boy, nice and relaxed. It's great. Just being able to breathe. Like just having someone tell you to breathe is something people need. And if you go to calm.com/Cox, you'll get a limited time offer for 40% off a Calm premium subscription, which includes hundreds of hours of programming and new content that is added every single week. Over 100 million people around the world use Calm to take care of their minds. Sleep more, stress less, live better with Calm. So again, all you got to do is go to calm.com/Cox to get 40% off a premium subscription. That's calm.com/Cox for 40% off your premium subscription to Calm's entire library. That's calm.com/Cox. All right, Crendor, let's go to chapter something. Guys, Crendor, there's traffic out there.
Oh boy, traffic. You look outside, it's getting wild. It's December. It's getting snowy. It's getting rainy. It's getting cold. It's getting wet. It's getting those are the things that's getting. So traffic is bad. Plus, people starting to travel for holidays, or they're coming back from travel and they're doing the old bing bang. Don't know what that is, but they're probably, they're doing it. Either way, that's the traffic. This is a bad traffic report.
Oh, all right. Now let's go to weather.
Weather. Well, let me tell you about weather. It's getting cold. It's getting wet. It's getting wild.
Is that a warning for me?
It could be, yeah.
Great.
But here's some place it's not any of those. Flagstaff, Arizona.
Here we go.
Someone on YouTube requests Flagstaff, Arizona, and gave us some fun facts. Pluto was discovered at the Lowell Observatory in Flagstaff. Famous Route 66 runs directly through Flagstaff, and the Flagstaff was the city with the highest elevation on the historic route. Hotel Monte Vista, Weatherford Hotel and Museum Club, among other places in Flagstaff, are believed to be haunted. Museum of Northern Arizona houses more than 5 million southwestern artifacts, and it is located in the world's largest contiguous ponderosa pine forest.
I'm on their website right now trying to figure out what's going on in Flagstaff.
Well, currently for the weather, it's 63 degrees Fahrenheit and sunny. Pretty nice over there. It's 18% humidity, pressure 29.9 inches, 10-mile visibility, 7-mile-an-hour winds, dew point 19, UV index 1 at 10 with a waxing crescent moon. 10-day, you got 58, 45 on Tuesday, 47 on Wednesday, Thursday 42, Friday 33, Saturday 37, and then it's going to get back up to the 40s and low 50s after that. Wow, that's colder than I thought it'd be in Arizona.
Is that nighttime or
No,
is that
it's
actually during the
daytime.
day? Damn.
That's crazy. That's like the weather here, Chicago. Like really? Is that happening in Arizona? Hold on, I got like this is.
What have you discovered? What is going on?
This is like the middle of Arizona. So like, what about Phoenix, Arizona? That's like a little further south. Are they cold?
Well, I mean, it's the desert, so I imagine in the winter it's freezing, just like in the summer it's scorching hot, right?
I guess in Phoenix it's like 70s and 60s. So I mean, that's like a little bit south, but
Maybe it's elevation then, because it's so high up.
I think you're right, because they mentioned it's very high up. That makes sense. Oh my God, look at that. Wow. Elevation.
Wow.
That's the weather for there, unless you found some crazy facts.
No, I'm looking at Flagstaff, and everything that you can do there is related to hiking or mountains or whatever. Look, Flagstaff seems lovely. Not for me, though. It took to, on the top, what is this? The things to do in Flagstaff, it took down to number, where was it? 18, the Mother Road Brewing Company, before I was like, oh, I'd go see that. I go to a brewing company.
Yeah, I'd go to a brewing company.
Everything else is like Wet Beaver Creek and Lake Mary and the Red Mountain Trail and the Buffalo Park and the Mansion State Historic Park and the Historic Railroad District and Flagstaff Extreme. I don't know. It's bungee jumping, it looks like. Yeah, I could go look at a volcano monument. None of that is like anything I'd be like, oh, well, I gotta do that. I'm not a hike up into the mountains kind of person, unfortunately. Unfortunately for all those, single co-eds out there who like hiking, I'm sorry, I'm just not gonna be that guy.
Damn. Well, there you go. That's the weather in Flagstaff.
All right, let's go to sports.
Sports. We got big sports news today. Football has happened. Cowboys beat the Saints on Thursday. Colts shut out the Texans 31-0. The Detroit Lions finally won a game, beating the Vikings 29-27 on the last play of the game. Good job, Lions. They will not go winless.
They, you know what? I'm not sure. I don't want to give them that hope. Like at least they were winless. At least they could like restructure and do. Now they're like, guys, there's a chance.
Well, I mean, there is no chance of any other.
But like, guys, if all the other teams were to vanish tomorrow, we'd be first place.
That is true if that could happen. So they could still hold out hope for that. Dolphins beat the Giants. Buccaneers beat the Falcons. Eagles beat the Jets, which, by the way, Gardner Minshew played. I don't know if you knew this.
Not only did I know that, everyone told me.
Yep.
Today, everyone was like, Gardner Minshew, bro. Oh, I'm aware.
Yeah. So today, take a look at that game. Gardner Minshew's stats, I believe, were pretty good. He had 20 of 25, 242 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That is pretty good. And he led them to a victory over the Jets. However, the Jets are kind of bad. So we'll have to see how he does against better competition. But still, pretty solid.
If you I guess go to Twitter. I guess you can Google it too. At J. Clark NBCS. I guess he's with the Philadelphia NBC sports station. He has a video of Gardner Minshew and his dad, and they're like losing their minds.
Oh, yeah, I see.
I'll send this to you.
Oh,
he's just like, dude is so proud to have kicked ass. And I'm telling you, I like it. I like it a lot. I like that attitude.
Oh, my God, yeah.
I also like that he's wearing a bomber jacket for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, now he's about to go get in his Top Gun plane and fly away.
This is the man. I guarantee he's going to, like, do some crazy stuff, and they're going to win the NFC East.
I have that belief. I have to believe that.
It's got to happen. Cardinals beat the Bears. Chargers beat the Bengals. Jaguars currently losing to the Rams. Football team beating the Raiders, and the Ravens currently beating the Steelers, and the 49ers beating the Seahawks.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep. Over in basketball, the Jazz are currently beating the Cavaliers, but in terms of standings, the Nets are in first place with the Bulls half a game back. Bulls actually beat them last night. That was a good game. With the Bucks, the Wizards, and the Heat right behind. Cavaliers actually right behind too. The Eastern Conference is pretty wild right now. 12 teams at 10 wins. Over on the West, you got the Warriors and the Suns both at 19-4, easily the best teams. And you got the Jazz, the Grizzlies. By the way, the Grizzlies had the biggest win differential ever the other night. They beat the Thunder by 70-something points. It was actually insane. The final score was like 148 to like 72 or something.
Damn.
Yeah, it was it was pretty bad. Over in hockey, Panthers in first place, and the Capitals in first place, Rangers right behind them. Looks like the Maple Leafs are right behind the Panthers. You also got the Wild in first place, and you got the Calgary Flames in first place. So those are your sports. Also, I was watching the Bulls game,
Yeah.
and then I left it on because I was like, whatever. And I came back, and they had one of those like midnight shows, and it was Curling Night in America.
Yes. Now that's worth watching. That's worth staying for.
So I was just watching that for a bit, and I was like, dude, finally, Curling Night in America. Been waiting forever for this.
Yeah. That needs to be on at like 8 prime time, 8 p.m. We need to make it a thing.
There was like some other crazy stuff they had. Like afterward, they had volleyball, but they were like using their legs. It was like kick volleyball. It was weird.
What?
Yeah, they like.
So they just got a bunch of ninjas together.
Yeah, like they couldn't use their hands.
I love that.
They were just used those straight up like leg volleyball. And then there was like crazy surfing or something. But they got the announcer guy who like, I guarantee these announcers for these sports are like, you got to get into the industry somehow. So you got to cast whatever you can cast. And they're just like, today you're casting kick volleyball. You're like, all right. And they're just like, oh my God, Jim Johnson just really got his leg up there and hit that ball and just spiked it. What a marvelous scene. And that was that night. That's sports.
All right. Crendor, what is our big factoid of the day?
Big factoid of the day. Children's medicine once contained morphine.
I mean, yes. It's like when they used to put booze to make your kids go to sleep.
That's true. If you were a baby in the middle of the 1800s and you cried while teething, your parents might have given you Mrs. Winslow's soothing syrup. This medicine.
I love that.
The soothing syrup. This medicine claimed that it soothes the child, it softens the gums, and allays the pain. It may have done plenty of soothing, but it was also extremely dangerous. The concoction contained morphine. So, it explains why it worked. It's just like one of those things back then. They're like, what if we give people that need to stay awake 500 milligrams of cocaine? They're like, wow, that really makes them stay awake.
It does work. There's actually, this is amazing, at Walmart, you can buy a 1895 Mrs. Winslow soothing syrup for children metal sign, vintage look. And it says, Mrs. Winslow soothing syrup for children, advice to mothers. Mrs. Winslow's soothing syrup should always be used when children are cutting teeth. It relieves the little sufferer at once. It produces natural, quiet sleep by relieving the child from pain. And the little cherub awakes as bright as a button. It is very pleasant taste. It soothes the child, softens the gums, allays all pain, relieves wind, regulates the bowels, and is best known remedy for diarrhea, whether arising from teething or other causes. If you are teething so hard you shit yourself, that's a problem.
That is a problem.
That's a problem. I feel bad for babies. 25 cents a bottle. Be sure to ask for Mrs. Winslow's soothing syrup and take no other kind. For sale by all druggists in every part of the world.
Druggists.
I would love it. You know how rappers love them some syrup?
Yeah.
You know what? I would love it if some guy made a rap song about Mrs. Winslow's soothing syrup. I would love that.
That would be pretty great.
Give your kids some syrup.
I was looking at drugs that used to be legal. Apparently one of the top ones was heroin.
Yeah,
It
yes.
was just marketed as an alternative to morphine, and then they realized that it's more addictive than morphine. Like, jeez.
Well, of course they did.
I mean, at that point, you don't know anything. You're just like, it seems like it works. Just give it to them.
It was a different time.
So that's your fun fact of the day.
All right. What is our big news story of the day?
A massive snowstorm left dozens stranded in an Ikea.
I mean, here's the thing. Normally I'd be like, oh, those poor people. But for this, I feel like they're fine.
Oh, yeah.
They're in IKEA. If anything, that's the best place to be.
That's the thing. So, 12 inches of heavy, wet snow piled high Wednesday night in northern Denmark, coating roadways, grounding flights, and halting train lines. As the flakes fell, a group of shoppers and employees still inside an IKEA in the city of Aalborg soon suspected they may not make it home.
Aalborg?
Aalborg.
Oh, huge Star Trek fans. Okay, yes.
They were right. 6 customers, about 24 employees, and a handful of workers from neighboring toy shop hunkered down in the Swedish furniture store for the night. They made the best of an unusual scenario. Michelle Barrett, one of the toy store employees, told the radio, "We just laughed at that situation because we'll probably not experience it again." The storm on Wednesday was the heaviest snowfall Denmark had seen since 2018. On the first day of December, the Nordic country was hit with 20% of the snowfall Denmark typically sees over the entire month.
Damn.
That's a lot of snow. Last week, 61 people spent 3 nights stranded at Britain's highest altitude pub. Most of the customers made the trek to the Tan Hill Inn in Yorkshire to see an Oasis cover band, while others went just for a drink.
Wait, how do we get to Britain?
I guess just different snowfall strandations.
Oh, okay. I was like, how do we get? Wait a minute. Okay.
Snow.
But they went to see Oasis, which is the most British thing I've ever seen. An Oasis cover
Oh,
band.
yeah. But snow and heavy winds brought down power lines. Fallen trees and debris blocked the roadways, and over the next few days, the stranded crew watched movies, played trivia and board games, and sang karaoke. And I would imagine just drank.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If you're stuck there with an Oasis cover band, you're getting drunk and playing karaoke and doing all. Yeah, come on.
There are.
However, you will have heard Wonderwall 8 trillion times.
Yep. There are a few stores that could meet all of one's needs if a blizzard suddenly strands shoppers. Ikea is one of them. The store was stocked with food and had plenty of beds, allowing the group to embark on Goldilocks-style journeys and choose the perfect resting spot. Store manager Pete Elmrose told Ekstrabladet, a Danish tabloid newspaper, he encouraged everyone to, quote, pick the exact bed they always have wanted to try. That evening, they watched television and enjoyed stuffed pork, hot cocoa, and risamalande, a Danish rice pudding served during Christmas time.
Risamalande sounds like a dude I used to know in New York. Like a dude I went to school with. Risamalande.
Was he rice pudding?
He was 99% rice pudding
right.
and 1% spoon, yes.
Okay, good. As everyone tucked themselves in the bed, Elmos said he strolled around the floors singing good night songs.
Oh my God. This is the best sales pitch for Ikea I've ever heard.
In the morning, they had hot coffee and freshly baked cinnamon rolls.
Get out of town. I want to be trapped in an Ikea now. Are you kidding me?
It's like an Ikea bed and breakfast.
Yes.
Eric Bangsgaard, one of the stranded customers, said he was impressed with the service. It was fantastic considering the circumstances, he said. He and his wife, Hannah, went to Ikea that night with some friends to dine on the cafeteria's Christmas menu. Soon after arriving at the store, the 75-year-old recognized they may have trouble getting home. Despite the less than
Oh, all right. I have so many questions. So, a snowstorm is incoming.
Right.
This is how you know old people don't give a damn about nothing.
Yeah.
Snowstorm incoming, and he and his friends are like, I'm 75. I don't give a shit. Let's go get the Christmas dinner at Ikea.
It was him and his wife.
And they just went. No concern for the weather. And then they got there and were like, what the hell? We're just staying.
Here's some picture. Here's some guy. I don't know which one it is, but I think the old man.
Oh, my God. This last image is incredible. Yeah, this dude, he unbuttoned his shirt. He's just like leaning back, having the best sleep of his life. Although the question is, why are there news reporters there?
I don't know. They must have arrived the next day or something.
This seems staged.
Yeah.
Like, how did the news reporters get there if they were snowed in?
Yeah, I don't know. It had to have happened the next day, and they're just chilling like, oh, what, you want some cinnamon rolls and coffee? Despite the less than optimal circumstances, Bangsgaard said there was a positive mood among the stranded customers and employees. We were just really happy to have shelter, he added. Barrett, the toy shop employee, was also thankful for the safe, heated place to sleep. It's much better than sleeping in one's car, she told the DR. It's been nice and warm, and we are just happy that they would let us in. But one thing didn't go to Bangsgaard's liking. Uh-oh. He and his wife were eyeing a double bed as they made their way through the showroom looking for a spot, only for their friends to snatch it first.
Uh-oh, we got a feud between friends. It's over now.
He said, so we took the sofa bed. It was really nice.
I would have gone to the other side. I would have been like, fine, Henrietta, I'm going to the other side of the Ikea. I'm going to go sleep in the bin of children's toys. There's always a bin of children's toys. Let's not pretend.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. It's the big stuffed animal children.
Oh, you know that's the comfiest place there.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Oh, my God.
Although it is probably covered in germs.
Right.
Yeah.
No, you'll definitely die of pneumonia, but best sleep of your life.
That's true, yeah. And that was the IKEA snowstorm adventure.
I am very jealous. Yeah, you would think a store like IKEA. That's like getting trapped in like a Walmart.
Yeah.
Or getting trapped. Although IKEA I think is better than Walmart because
Yeah.
at least you can sleep. There's some place to sleep.
Yeah, I mean Walmart you probably you get like sleeping bags or something, I don't know, but yeah, you got like actual furniture.
Plus they have a kitchen there too.
Yeah. Yeah, you got everything.
You know what? IKEA may be the best place to get trapped.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That should be on all their signs. IKEA, the best place to be trapped.
Well, I definitely need to get in here now. If I get trapped, it won't matter.
I hope we get locked inside.
So yeah, that's the big news story of the day.
All right. Well, that's it for us. Thank you so much for listening or watching or however enjoying this podcast. Crendor, hit him with the socials.
We got socials. We got this podcast. It's up on youtube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast. We've also got youtube.com/Cox and Crendor if you'd rather see all the funny haha animations. We've also got us on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud. Just search Cox and Crendor. You'll find it, I think. Also,
We're out there somewhere.
Go watch my advent calendar on youtube.com/Crendor. Go watch Jesse's Final Fantasy things on youtube.com/Jesse Cox. Go watch our other stuff. The twitch.tv/Jesse Cox, twitch.tv/Crendor, Twitter Jesse Cox, Twitter Crendor, Patreon Jesse Cox, Patreon Crendor, Facebook Jesse Cox, Facebook Crendor, and Instagram Notorious Cox. Instagram Crendor was taken.
All right. Well, that's it for us. Thanks so much for listening.
like an
watching,
alien.
However, enjoying. What?
That is it for us. We will go home now.
That is it for us. I am not a robot. Do not question this. But we will see you all next time. Au revoir, adios, and as always, to be continued.